Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the fourth installment of my regular G Adventures G101 training that's been broken down into tasty, bite-sized chunks for you all. And so G Adventures travel styles in less than 15 minutes with your host, me, Gary Armstrong, the G Adventures GPS for Alberta. So this is a question that I get fairly frequently. Why do you have 5 brochures at G Adventures? Why can't you just organize it by destination like everybody else? What is the matter with you? Are you crazy? And so there is a reason behind the madness of having 5 different brochures. And the reason behind that madness is the fact that we've broken everything up into different travel styles. So it kind of makes sense whereby if you have a traveler and they are a National Geographic traveler, let's say, and so they want to make sure that they're staying in upgraded accommodation, they are a 4-star hotel type of person, it is very unlikely for that person to wake up one day and want to go on a YOLO trip or decide that camping and backpacking up Kilimanjaro is for them. I'm not saying that never happens. I'm just saying that it's less likely. And similarly, if you have just completed a National Geographic safari with us in Southern Africa, when you get back home and you're starting to look at what your next holiday destination will be, the chances are you're not going to go and do another safari, but you are probably still want to have the similar type of travel that you had when you did do that safari. So the upgraded accommodation, the extra educational content that is built into our Nat Geo styles. And the same could be said for active travelers, right? You get back from that epic ascent of Kilimanjaro, and so you're back home and you're thinking of where you want to go next. And we want our travelers to have the ability to reach back into that brochure that they already have and look at the other types of trip that is going to fit their travel style. So that's the reason behind the madness. That's why we have 5 brochures, and that's why it's broken up into travel style. Let me get into each of the travel styles in detail. So our classic is, but this is the only issue that I have with our brochures, the fact that active is active, and Nat Geo is Nat Geo, and marine is marine. But all of our classic trips are in the Earth brochure. So our classic trips are the vast majority of our trips. So these are a standard level of accommodation. You are in hotels, not hostels. There is kind of a split between as many included activities as we can put in there while keeping the price at a reasonable and cost-effective price point, and giving people the option to still have some of the freedom to build their own adventure while they are traveling with us. So it is the thickest of our brochures. If you're just searching by destination and you know that the person who is sitting in front of you is not an active traveler, they're not necessarily fussed about staying in 4-star hotels, they're not looking to do something on the water, then chances are it's going to be in our classic trip style. And again, small groups, all the things that I've discussed in the previous videos will be true of this style. And so it also is the most popular of our different styles as well. So that's classic in a nutshell. The next one I want to talk a little bit about is active. The clue is in the title with our active trips. So this is, getting closer to a destination by hiking, biking, and multi-sporting your way through it. So we have dedicated trekking, like our trekking in Peru, not just the Inca Trail, but our Lares Trek and the other treks that we operate in that region as well, which are fantastic. Our Kilimanjaro trekking, hiking to base camp. Then we also have our cycling tours in there as well. And our cycling tours aren't 150 kilometer a day style cycling tours. It's just a different way for our travelers to see the landscape that they're going through by jumping onto a bike and riding through it. So cycle tours of China and Cuba, to name a couple. So it is the clue is in the title with this one. All of our camping trips, if you're looking to go to Patagonia, if any part of your itinerary is going to involve camping and hiking, then it's going to be in our active brochure. And we do have active trips pretty much all over the globe. So that's active in a nutshell. The next is YOLO. So YOLO's branding was uncool as soon as we put it out there. Nobody uses the term YOLO anymore. You only live once. The idea behind this travel style is it's fast-paced and affordable adventures designed for the younger traveler. So 18 to 39, just a way to explore the world with like-minded people. It is closer to hostel than hotel. It is the most budget conscious. You're doing of all our different travel styles. It is traveling on a shoestring budget. And it is in YOLO that we have some of our slightly larger group sizes as well. So, I mean, YOLO is fantastic. The ability to go through, Southern Africa and see some of the fantastic game that you have in the area at the price point that we're putting it at, because you're in a group of, 20 other like-minded people who are camping and jumping on the Landos and getting from A to B. It's a really cost-effective way of seeing a fantastic part of the world. And so it's one of those travel styles that, yes, it is the most budget conscious. Yes, it is on a shoestring. Yes, we are targeting that younger demographic of 18 to 39. We're aiming to have a little bit more, fewer inclusions, but more versatility and flexibility in the places that you're going and where you're staying. So it's, of all the different travel styles, it is the one that most closely fits the backpacking ethos. But you have the benefits of that small group of like-minded travelers who you can share those experiences with while you're visiting a country and a region. So really love our YOLO product. It is great. And again, we have a lot of different videos on our Vimeo channel that's going to help to break this down into in other ways as well. But that is YOLO in a nutshell. So Marine is the next one. So you can read through the paragraph there. There's adventures plenty out there beyond the shore, but unless you've got gills or flippers, you'll need a ship to find them. So Marine is our unique small riverboats on the Ganges, on the Amazon, our Burgundy cruise, and our Mekong cruise. It's our small cat sailing in Cuba and the Mediterranean, the Dalmatian coast, the coast of Turkey. It's our Galapagos sailing as well. And of course, Marine also includes our MS Expedition and the voyages that she takes both in the Arctic and in the Antarctic, and also up the fjords of Norway. So the more that I learn about our marine product, the more that I realize it is very different to other marine product that is out there. We have a variety of different levels of accommodation, both on individual boats and between individual boats on the Galapagos trips. So there's really something to appeal to all of the different types of cruises out there. And I think, we still have that small group feel even on our different boats. And so a way for me to help you understand our marine product a little bit better, I have a quick video put together by our production department because they are fantastic. And while you're watching this video, if you are a travel agent, maybe just be thinking about the two different scenarios that we have in this situation and which of those two scenarios your traveler is going to enjoy most.
So you know how they say size matters?
It was a tour on a small boat. I wanted to get into more remote places. I wanted to try something new.
I arrive on day one and I see this thing, and I mean, it's huge.
We were a small group. We had the freedom to split up and really make the experience our own.
I'm a bit of a people person, and on this cruise, there were thousands of people.
By the end of the first night, we were swapping travel stories, just like old friends.
Self-serve, all you can eat.
This boat got us to places we'd never have found on our own.
Whole chickens, half chickens,
Temples, wildlife reserves,
and chicken parmigiana and chicken cordon,
tiny little villages.
lemon meringue pie.
You know how they say size matters? It's true.
Apple pie, strawberry pie, coconut cream pie, chocolate cream pie, oh, and the chocolate ice cream.
There we go. So I have the tendency to cut Will off there sometimes. So that's our riverboat cruising introduction. And I think it's a great little video to show the differences between the way that we do our river cruising and the way that we do our marine product in general, and the alternatives that are out there on the market. So I've thrown local living in here as well. Technically, it's not a travel style, but it is something that's pretty unique to G Adventures. And this is what we try and build into all of our different travel styles as well, is just something that's going to be a little bit different to what other tour operators are providing. And so it's a way to get to know a place in even more detail than any of our other trips as well. We have some fantastic local living content. The first trip that G Adventures ever put together when Bruce went down to Ecuador and Belize, and while he was staying in the Amazon jungle, he met Delphine and his family. And to this day, 26 years later, travelers can still go and visit Delphine and his family in the Amazon jungle and stay and learn what life is like, for tribal people and how they interact with their local surroundings and environment in a way that they've done for centuries. So if you're looking to go to Mongolia and make yak cheese, you have the opportunity to do that. We have hill tribe trekking in Thailand. We have local living on the Amalfi Coast. There is, lots of different ways of interacting with local people in a culturally rich way with our local living experiences. The other real benefit of local living is they tend to be slightly shorter itineraries as well. So if you're looking to build it into a longer trip, then it's a great way to unpack once and kind of get settled in one location and then do trips around that location for the rest of the itinerary. So local living, there we go. It's again one of those kind of unique products to G Adventures, and definitely worth looking through our different brochures to find those options. So the next travel style, you will obviously already know, is our National Geographic travel style. And again, I'd like to have our production department do a quick intro to you to give you a great understanding of National Geographic and what it means to G Adventures.
People are naturally curious. We want to learn what we can about our world. We want the freedom to roam, to meet people from here and here, everywhere really. These encounters are what make our lives better. Imagine a new way to experience the world. One built on meaningful encounters in new places, contact with knowledgeable local guides, and opportunities to forge true human connections. Imagine travel built on exploration, spontaneity, and storytelling. Possibility, fun. Imagine changing the world simply by meeting its people. From the iconic organization that's been exploring our planet for over 125 years, and the great adventure travel company that changes lives every moment of every day. Introducing National Geographic Journeys with G Adventures.
So we are extremely proud to have the opportunity to work in partnership with National Geographic. It's a fantastic partnership. Nat Geo came to G Adventures a couple of years ago and wanted to, have a way for people to enjoy the National Geographic travel experience at a more cost-competitive price point. So, there's a couple things. The most cost-effective way to go on a National Geographic tour is to do so with G Adventures National Geographic Journeys, and the most comfortable way to enjoy a culturally rich small group experience with G Adventures is to go on our National Geographic Journeys. So all of the accommodation on our NGO trip and National Geographic Journeys trips will be 4-star upgraded hotels. And then we also have access to a large variety of Nat Geo experts as well. So all of these tours have kind of more educational content built into them. And when you're looking through the brochures, if you're looking for differentiators between our regular classic trips and our Nat Geo, it isn't just the hotels. You'll have little yellow boxes on those pages, which will show you kind of what the exclusives are for Nat Geo. I mean, a couple of examples. When you go to Petra with us and you're visiting the ancient ruins there, you have the opportunity to talk to one of the National Geographic archaeologists who's worked in Petra for quite a long time. And so it's one of those things. If you want to learn more about Petra and how it was discovered and what the really significant finds are there, maybe it would be great to talk to the National Geographic archaeologist who is working on that site. In a similar way, when you're on a safari trip with us down in Kruger National Park, a great way to get to know more about the large mammals and the predators in the region is to maybe talk to somebody who works at the Big Cat Conservation Center in the area and who do, the people who do research projects on these animals and on the ways that their lives are being impacted at the moment. So that's a quick wrap up of our Nat Geo and all of our travel styles in less than 15 minutes. If you have any questions, please do let me know. All of my contact information is on that first video that I posted, the introduction to me, and it's all available on Facebook as well. So as always, thank thank you very much for your time. Thank you for learning a little bit more about G Adventures and our travel styles. I hope this has been useful for you, and I really hope you take the time to maybe look through some of the other videos that I'll be posting onto our Facebook account and various other social media sites. So thank you very much.